Hey, buddy. You having a bit of a standoff over here? Grrr, those creeps just shimmied on in and took over our territory. Yow! What are you doing? Don't be sneaking up on me like that. Huh? You're looking for your friend? Can't help you there. Nobody's come through here, so... maybe they went up the mountain from over that way. Wish someone would chase these clowns out of here. Now there's an idea. Why don't you make yourself useful and get rid of them? Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Kill. Oh, that's a lot of them. All right. Anybody else? God, there's a lot of them coming in. All right. Oh, an actual item. A golden skull. Hey. We're gonna explain it to you even though you've already had one before. Oh, hi. You've definitely had this before. Wow, it does the whole animation every time. That's just annoying. Okay, so he's clearly summoning them continuously. Hit. Well, this might be a farming opportunity. Fuck you. About done with you. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. Whoa! You took out every last one of them. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Now fuck you, pay me. I can't make this jump. Nope. Hey, how'd you dig? Maybe I'll get like, ooh, maybe the mole people will give me like digging claws or something. Maybe they have prosthetics. You're one tough customer, thanks for all your help. I don't blame you for not knowing this, but us Mongmas always honor our debts. Let me give you something to prove it. Any special requests? A way forward? Oh right, you're trying to find your friend, aren't you? In that case, take these things. There's something pretty special if I say it myself. Wow, I fucking called that one, didn't I? You got the digging mitts. Use these sharp claws to dig through patches of soft earth. Be sure to try digging with A anywhere you see signs that something has been buried in soft ground. Ooh, is something you don't have to equip? With these, you should be able to get to the top of that ledge right behind me. Just try digging in that hole below the ledge. You're in for a surprise. I just hope your friend hasn't been captured by those red guys. Here's hoping everything's okay. Everyone's so friendly around here. It's funny because the way that they're, I think one of the kind of appealing things is that they're kind of art style wise, they kind of look like somebody that would be an opponent. Like you partway expect to find out that they're going to be like a new villain type. So when they showed up, it's like, oh, this is how Nintendo generally codes their like the Koopa Kids or something, like some kind of antagonistic group for this game, like the evil cats or whatever in Mario Odyssey, I think it was. No, rabbits. And then it's like, oh no, they're just chill, actually. All right. Do I get there via the hole above it? Nope, stop it. I put down my nunchuck. There must be a way to get there via a floor above it. This is essentially like this whole area kind of feels like a dungeon, which is kind of neat. Just this whole level, really. That would be kind of a fun way to design a Zelda game, just being like, you know what, fuck it. The whole game is dungeon now. Even the outdoor areas, they all feel like dungeons. Which has kind of been true so far. Right, that's just the exit. I was double checking if there was any dig spots back here. I don't really remember any. There were more upstairs. We can look around up there when we're done here. Ooh, there's more. At first I thought they pop out as like a series of descending value rupees, but then it gave me an ore, and then it gave me another rupee anyway, after we hit the shittiest one. Oh, ha! Sorry. Don't mean to interrupt or whatever. Whoa, you scared me silly. You can't just start digging right above my head, you know. But I get where you're coming from. You never know what you're gonna find when you dig, so it's impossible to stop. Rupees are the most common treasure you'll dig up, but sometimes you might even score an Elden ore or some hearts. So if you run across a hole, you've got the time to dig. If you run across a hole and you have the time. So there's a clear. This button. Nope, that's a talk. There's a clear through line with these guys, which is that they like money, and they're cowards. Which makes a sort of sense. Like they're a whole group that digs holes defensively, so they use dens and escape routes to avoid things. So it would benefit them to be the kind that startle easily and avoid any kind of threat. It's like that's just their whole thing. Oh hey, sometimes these red blobby things will pop out too. Disgusting. Be careful not to let them grab you. I'm just confused about the harnesses. Is it so they can pull on each other to get around? Like they can cooperate at getting through tunnels, or maybe even like pull each other out of spots where if they get stuck by having like a handle. I don't know. I'm just like, what is the harness for? Fucking call out the idea of having a prosthetic like seconds before they give me one. Here's a bomb. I had to move. It was not within my current movement ranges. Are you guys wandering around in there? Ooh. Yo. It's a hard one. I thought they may be wandering from hole to hole, but I think they're staying in the same spots consistently. Yep, there's one there. Yeah. Oh. Just hitting the flame is enough. You don't really have to aim it into the hole at all. I thought I tried that the first time, though, and it didn't work. I must have just not been quite close enough or something. There's sort of a catch-22 you get stuck with the audience sometimes when you test things. if you test something once and it doesn't work, then people will be like, oh, he just gives up after one try, even though it could have not been, something else could have gone wrong, and he just gives up immediately, and then he dooms himself to never figure it out. But then other times, people will say like, he just keeps trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So it's like, there's no right answer. Either way, they're like, why are you like this instead of the other way? And it's like, well, they're both right and wrong in different contexts, and you can't know until you're done. There was some of that on the Ghirahim fight, where it's like, why does he keep trying the same thing without expecting different results? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how the controls work. I'm operating under the idea that I understand how the fight works, which I did. You lure him into blocking one direction, then attacking a different one. But you have to, like, finesse the controls to get them to do what you want. But the audience interpretation is to say, he keeps trying the same thing, expecting a different result. I'm like, that's definitely not what's happening, but okay. You're just gonna, like, be dishonest in your interpretation of what's happening here. Well, I guess that happened here. In this case, I did try once, and then I'm like, well, that doesn't work. Add that to my checklist of things I checked. But it was wrong. You can just throw it into the fire jet. I thought you had to be far enough away that they're not burning, and then throw it into the hole. Because I tried the other way first, and it didn't work. But I guess I just hit him at a specific range where the explosion didn't reach. Like, it hit the fire jet, but slightly further away. I wanted to be systematic here by checking every single one of these nodes for what might be inside. But it's going to be a little hard to keep track of them. There's actually a lot of them. Ah, fuck. It's kind of hard to set up in time and do all the steps, and then fiddle with the motion controls within the relatively limited amount of time you have. There we go. Didn't even drop anything. I guess your life was pointless. Ha! Fuck that guy, right? Oh. I wish I could see a camera angle better that lets me see into holes without crawling through them. This is where the right joystick would come in handy. Being able to tilt the joystick in the angle that helps you out. Ah! Wow, they take a while. Does one take unusually long? I guess it's just that I'm used to them exploding them. Ah, fuck. Yeah. This is a funny little feedback loop thing that happens where... No, shit. Yeah, keep doing it. If your sword is out, the way to cancel that is to hit A. But B is the usual bad, no, don't do that button. So I hit B, but that puts me here. And then I'm like, ah, fuck. I meant to cancel my sword, but now I have a new thing out instead of my sword. So then my feedback loop then is I'm like, ah, shit, B is the wrong answer. I should have hit A, which is of course how you launch this. Because when you're in sword mode, you put it away by pressing B, but when you're in B mode, you put it away by pressing A. And I can, intellectually, I can like spell that out, but in the moment, I reflexively do the same mistake. Ah, fuck, throw it away. Hey, it still worked. I had like a gesture change moment happen where it fucked up my input, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I just gotta throw it away now, it's gonna blow up on me before I can fix this. Fuck! Keeps not reading my gestures as me throwing it. No. Money! Ghirahim just like rolls a boulder behind me and just blocks the hole, and that's the end of Link's entire adventure. It's like, well, he tried. Kind of a dumbass though. Like he let him seal him in a hole? That was a choice. I think I've tried them all. I think. I've got money now. Like half an hour ago, I think I had like 100 rupees. And now I've got roops for days. I have a conspiracy. It's less of a conspiracy, more of a joke. But there's this idea that like some Japanese developer was just noticing like a decline in like local children's businesses of mowing the lawn. And it's like, I need to restart this because I don't want to mow my lawn. So I'm gonna just make a video game where cutting grass is really fun and gives you money. And then maybe people will mow my lawn for me. Doesn't actually make any sense, but it's a funny thought. Because there's like such an attention given to just making cutting grass not only cathartic but rewarding in these games. You're probably an NPC, right? Nope, you're a platform. I should have thought that. You're probably an NPC. Nope. I definitely should have thought that one was going to be wind because there's clearly a cliff here. I'm a fool! Do I want to leave? Okay, so there was those 9 things. What was that? Oh, that's a safe spot. What was that? I might be... Oop. I might be done here. I just have this feeling in the back of my head like I had more places to check still. Yeah, like this way, right? Yeah. Sup? Come on. Ah. Be gone, dickhead. Like a genuine one-on-one duel for a few swipes, and then abruptly one of the sword swings just fucking swats them like a fly across the screen. It's like physics. Oh, I didn't get anything the first time. How could he betray me like this, game? Is that meant to be a question mark? Is that a hint at something? Woo! Well, okay, that's what those 3 lines were. I was wondering about that. At first I was like, oh, this must be where I fought all the moblins because I got that platform in the back. But no, that's just like the pile of wood. That is the platform I saw with the moblins. Bokoblins. Yeah, bokoblins. That's where the horn guy was standing. It's kind of obscured by all these lines. So according to these, the middle slide will take me to the chest. The other ones might not be useful at all. I'll take a look. I'll see if I can find the holes once I'm in there. Oh god, backwards! That would freak me out. Hey! Dude, I'm getting upgrade items suddenly. Wow, I've got a lot of it now. Got the power to dig. And we've seen a lot of those around, so like I've got plenty of reasons to use that ability now. There's nothing to do up here. See if I can spot the holes in the ceiling. Okay, there's one. That one's useless. And I think the other one was over here. That one's useless. Okay. I was right to come back. Sup? Hey, I'm helping you find your friend all in one piece. They're so friendly. They don't know who I am, and seemingly don't know what humans are, but they're just like chill about it. They're like, all right, whatever. Like they're apparently just inherently friendly to any new face until they're proven otherwise, like the bokoblins, and they're like, oh, fuck these guys. Fuck these guys in particular. That might be because they can so easily escape threats that they're just like, hey, what's up? So it's a low risk encounter because they can just vanish. It's kind of hard to follow someone into the ground. I briefly, when they gave me the claws, I was like, am I just gonna fucking casually tunnel through the ground and pop out somewhere else? Because I saw the hole in the ground, and I'm like, am I gonna tunnel into that hole and come out of another hole up on the cliff? That's gonna be the weirdest fucking item. And I'll be questioning how Link is even managing that, and he's like, oh yeah, just dig and see what happens. And I'll be like, what? How do you just casually dig to a different place? You make it sound passive, like surely digging such a long tunnel would be very intentional. But that whole train of thought got thrown out the window the moment I actually dug, and it's like, oh, no, you just do a little hole, and it's we're using the air jet thing. I had failed to consider that. Even though it should have been a really kind of obvious assumption of what was going to happen. That's right, if you think I talk a lot in the real life, just think about how much I talk in my head all the time. I have entire dead-end thought processes that I never vocalize. Until I do anyway. Money! I do like that works. It's the silliest shit, but it's a tradition. Because in the old 2D game, you could pick up rupees with your sword, so they just kept it around. Obviously, somewhat mixed, because I think you could pick up like bomb items and stuff with your sword too. But obviously, in this game, that becomes an explosion. You know what? I don't like sending you towards the lava. Let's point this way. I'm a little like, what's up with this area? Like, this is some next level riches. There's just casually so much money lying around in the ground amongst an entire group of people that seem to like digging for treasure themselves. So is it naturally occurring? Because like that's part of the process. We're in an active volcano area. This area would be rich with new minerals and new resources. You could kind of continually crystallize more and more, well, crystals in the magma just all the time, in the lava and so on. That's just how it do. In fact, specifically, that's what you need. You need a slowly cooling pool of magma in order to get crystals. Obviously, it's video gaming and going too fast. Kind of like how in a video game you could just like plant like a radish and then come back 2 days later and the whole radish is completely done or whatever. Like, stuff happens fast in video games because it's boring not to do it that way. But yeah, that's how crystals go. It has a lot to do with how the rate at which magma cools. So if magma cools very quickly, then the crystals don't really have a chance to form, so it just kind of chemically will still contain the components that would have potentially become the crystals. Like they're in there in the slush, but it just becomes like a solid block of homogeneous stone, basically. But if the magma cools very slowly, then what happens is all of the individual components of like the chemical makeup of that magma, they have a chance to organize themselves and attach where they'd want to attach and so on, like in favorable locations, and they kind of order themselves, and so you get these actual crystals that, like, although it'll slowly kind of 3D print in real life, basically, into one continuous thing, and that's just kind of neat. If you want to know why when I'm standing around, if I'm just doing random shit like this and whatever the fuck and that, it's because the every now and then I'll gesture with my hands a little bit, but I'm holding 2 motion controllers, so Link freaks out constantly. Whoa! Now there's a green one. One of your people just came charging through here dressed in all black. That a friend of yours? See that up ahead? That's what we call a drop-dead dead end. But this character danced right over it. Seriously, jumping over a gap like that? My jaw hit the dirt, which isn't very hard because I'm already halfway in it. The mountains ahead are crawling with those red troublemakers, but I got a feeling that shady so-and-so is gonna zip on right by him. Can you imagine treasure hunting with someone who could do that? You got yourself some good friends, don't you? He's envious of me. Yep, he's envious of me, but that is not my friend. I don't think Zelda's going around in a cape and a cowl like in a Twilight Princess. I think she's dressed how we saw her last. So it's probably Ghirahim. Who is that? Oh, it's a new character. They're probably a Sheikah? You, the goddess's chosen hero. Zelda's ahead. Hurry. I will not do that. Maybe he is a friend. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely a Sheikah. Ah, blow it up. Oh, this is probably the rocks I saw before. Oh god. There's a lot going on around here. Yeah, there's the bones, which led to the leak over here. So these are the rocks that never broke earlier. That couldn't make a connect. So they were very much blocking me from breaking them. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. That was the worst throw ever of all time. Oh, it worked. Sup? Dare I go poking around for dig spots? Well, one of them was here. Yeah, right there. Ah, but I can't get there. Is it also in this version of the area? Ah, he didn't do it. What? Why wasn't he in fall mode? He didn't do fall mode, so I didn't have a chance. God damn it. Ah, fuck. Nope. Sup? Bomb bowling. God damn it. Ah, no. Ah, fuck. It keeps... Alright. It's weird to explain if you don't know already, but the game has an interesting interpretation of which way is up. Because it kind of doesn't use... I'm just trying to see if there's a dig spot here or not. There is... Yeah, there's dig spots here. Okay. So every time you use any device, you have to point your Wiimote straight forward when you turn it on, because if you are pointing it in any other direction, that becomes the forward direction, which then makes pointing up impossible. If you were already pointing up-ish, you're like, I can't go more up, the sensor will just lose it. That makes that can make the process weird a little bit. Like when you switch to claw mode, but you're not really in the right button mode when you go in. There we go. I had to run, didn't I? Okay. Can I do this? Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. There we go. Gotta check them all. Get that ore. And sometimes friends. I would also like friends, if that's an option, please. Yes, sir. Yeah. I don't especially love the Zoro or the Rito too much, although Cass is neat. But the Gorons have always been kind of fun. And I'm kind of the Magmors are kind of in that territory. I'm like, oh, I like these guys. I want to see them show up more. Ha! 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 Shit! Shit! We're good. Oh. Got myself tired. No, 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 no. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw a dig spot around here. This will be the issue, is now I'll be tempted to like retrace my steps back to the— oh god, that doesn't freeze, that doesn't pause. I'll now be like tempted to— ah, shit, I didn't mean to do that. I'll now be tempted to like backtrack through the entire game and check for every single spot again. Because of how many dig spots there might be everywhere. Oh, this direction doesn't work at all. There we go. I feel like such a jackass using the butterfly net. It's like, come on, get him. You can do it. There really was nothing inside that shell. I guess that shell was a tutorial for dealing with this guy in a safe environment where he doesn't fight back. Basically. There's no dig spots. Oh, okay, we're fine. What? Weird. You would not expect that scene to repeat. I think there might have been one in here. Last place I'll check, I swear, then I'll head forward. I'm full of shit. And so... you would think that'd make me a friend of his, but instead he flees. Oh well. Back to the way I'm supposed to be going.